based off of how bad things are and the ship sinking, should men in general still try to desire finding wife-worthy woman in the U.S. and in the foundational Black American community specifically today?
Sure, they're here. Because
if you had to do a number, if you had to give a percentage,
I would say at least a good 20 to 25% of all women are probably really good. There's probably another 10% that is workable, and the other percentage is probably gone. Dang. But the reason why I say what I say is this: because wife-worthy women are wife-worthy women anywhere. Whether they're here, whether they're abroad, whether they're somewhere near you or far away from you, it's gonna be the same vetting process. It's gonna be the same thought pattern. And I'm talking about from the men's perspective. It's gonna be the same thought process when he's looking for a wife. What is he looking for? What are the qualities? What are the values? And that measuring stick is just going to be used everywhere. He can use it here or he can use it somewhere else. So that don't bother me and going somewhere else to find. Do what you got to do. If you find or you feel that you have a better chance of going into another culture,
what the hell is going on here?
And getting what you are looking for, more power to you. More power to you. And the other reason that I say that is because when we're on these social media platforms, we're generally inundated with kind of the worst of the worst. The women who are doing what they're supposed to do, we would never talk about them because they're not on the internet.
Yeah.
They're not somewhere doing foolishness. Lionesses is in their house because they done just came from the gym in Panera and they done went back home. That's why they at single lionesses are minding their business is what they're doing. They're at work. They're at the gym. They went to Starbucks. They went to a Hobby Lobby. They kind of chilling. And they went back home. I know for a fact because that's what I was doing. So the women are going to be women anywhere.
Yeah, so 20 to 30% currently in the U.S. you believe is wife-worthy women. To Miss Verlin yesterday, she said something very similar. And Miss Anita from Better Love Movement, she said something very similar. And I'm like, so all the women who are meeting with women one-on-one are socializing with women whose work it is to advocate and talk to women about femininity and coaching are all saying it's about 20-25%. Jesus.
Now you got to tell us what expound on the pause, brother.
You know what it is? I always tried on my end to be much more optimistic about the work that I do as a therapist, as a content creator, right? And I wanted to believe that number was higher, but there wasn't much that I was seeing and experiencing and living that could tell me it's significantly higher than that right now. And the reason why is because the younger generations of ladies are worse. And I'm like, if we're battling with the ladies our mom's age, you got the content creators the ladies who are in their 40s and 50s who still have a certain mentality. We're seeing all the women calling on the shows, and I'm like, and then we're looking at the divorce rates versus the marital rates, and I'm like, I know the number wasn't there, but now I've had 3 women on this 4 with Taylor Chandler have all said very similar answers, that it's way, way less than half.
We have to be real about feminism is not just a word. Feminism was an entire propaganda, CIA-led psyop. Okay?
Hold on, we ain't gonna skip over that. Please repeat that word for word if you can. It was funded by who?
The CIA.
And it was a what?
A psyop.
Psychological operation, y'all.
Yes.
It was not organic. There were Black proto-feminists prior to this movement who had nothing to do with what we know of and think of and see as what we're calling modern day feminism.
Feminism as it stands today it wasn't no such thing as OnlyFans and social media. That was the morph. That's the transformation. It began as propaganda is not easy to circumvent at all. And not just feminist propaganda. The propaganda that we face in America all the time. Propaganda to tell you're supposed to eat 3 meals a day. That's propaganda, right? Propaganda that tell you that, the apple a day keep the doctor away and all that foolishness. Most of us do not outthink the propaganda that we are given. It was propaganda that had folks smoking cigarettes. It was propaganda again that made you stop. You don't really see people smoking cigarettes like that no more, especially out in public. There used to be commercials and everything, all kind of billboards, Lucky Strikes and Virginia Slims and all this other kind of stuff. So propaganda is not easy to overcome. I said the reason that I'm stressing that is because feminism is propaganda given to women when they are girls. Little girls. They have no idea that they are experiencing propaganda. They grow up with these ideas. They don't get grown and get them. We do not get grown and get these ideas put in our head. It is like that from toddlerhood. Okay? The fact that 25% of us, 1 in every 4 of us, get to shake it off, that's a feat. That is a feat. Most propaganda, very little people can shake it off and come out of it and say, you know what, I don't know if all of that stuff is true that I was told or that was pushed to me. Let me think about that again. Let me come back to that. Let me refocus on that because I don't know about that because it don't feel right. It certainly feel crazy. So let me think about that. So 25% is absolutely less than half, but that 25% is gold because propaganda is difficult to shake off, and we have to shake that off. Listen, let me tell you, a lioness have to shake that off as a adolescent. We can't wait till we get grown to do that. We shake propaganda off at about 13 or 14 because we have to. With these ideas, they don't get grown and get them.